Hi everybody, welcome to Petra's Happy Place. Today I am going to be starting a series of vlogs, and I'm just going to call them, for the time being, Non-Yarny vlog, okay? So during these vlogs, I'm going to be discussing issues that are totally not related to yarn or crochet. And that is because my happy place consists of more than just yarn and crochet. It consists of books. It consists of who I am, especially if I am in my place here where I am comfortable and I feel cozy and I feel just good about myself. And one of the things I end up saying at the end of every well, I don't say it at the end of every video, but I try to remember to say that yarn is happiness and Jesus is life. And I really mean that with all my heart. And because that is part of who I am and it's part of my happy place, I would like to talk about that. And so those of you that are not interested in that, you can stop watching because has nothing to do with yarn, okay? So the title of this vlog is, Are You Ready for Christmas? And I'm sure that nowadays you can't help but hear that phrase, that question, wherever it is you go. And when it's asked of you, or even when you ask it, many times, most times I would say, the answer would be centered around whether you have all of your decorations up or if you have all the presents ready to go. And I started thinking about that after talking to a patient the other day. We were talking about presents and being ready for Christmas, and I have concluded that for me, Christmas isn't and shouldn't be about those things solely. It is a matter of attitude, it's a matter of the heart, and it's a matter of what you focus on. And I firmly believe that we should be ready for Christmas every day of the year. And what I mean by that is that there are things that encompass this season that shouldn't be saved for just the season. They should be experienced all year around. So what I am going to be starting to do is focus on what I should be thinking about and where my focus should be and not where the focus should not be, okay? So I think that if I were to focus on these things, I'm never going to be ready for Christmas, okay? I would never be ready. What I want to get for other people, what I still need to do, what I want. And that could be in the way of gifts or time or anything, something that I want, okay? How many days are left until the 25th? Or what I don't have. I think that having any of those attitudes or any of those focuses, we will never be ready for Christmas. And sadly, too many of us in this world, that is what we focus on all the time. Not just this season. It's magnified this season, but it shouldn't be our attitude at all, ever. So what I have decided in my heart that in order for me to be ready all year round for Christmas is if I were to put my focus on these things. Number one, my focus should be on Jesus Christ. And not just his birth, but that his birth was just the beginning of what he has done for me. So when I put my focus on Jesus and who he is and what he's done for me, that eliminates everything else, basically. But there are other things. When I focus on the things that I do have, I have a roof over my head. I have heat. I have clothing. I have glasses or contact lenses so I can see. Things that we would take for granted, I heard one time it was said, if you think about gratitude and being grateful for things, think about 3 things that if you only had those 3 things tomorrow, that's all you had, what would you be thankful for? That kind of puts a different spin on it, Okay, I would really like to have air to breathe. I would really like to have a roof over my head. And I would really like to have heat. Those things are pretty darn important. So anyway, but focusing on what I do have, not what I don't have, but what I do have. I know everybody thinks about, we know that, don't we? We know that we would be so much happier if we did that, put our focus on that, but we don't always do that. The other thing is what I've accomplished, okay? Not, I haven't bought this, I haven't bought that, I haven't done this, and so on and so forth. There are so many of us that are so busy with work and caring for loved ones and just living day-to-day life that we don't have time to do up the house or decorate for Christmas and make it that special time or, those kinds of things. And so I think if we think about what we have accomplished, okay, we might not have been able to, do a big blowout kind of Christmas and have everything done and all the lights on the tree and lights in the windows and look, coming in your house and looking like it just threw up gold, red, and green and silver and maybe some blue, What if we focused on what we did accomplish? Being a crocheter, okay, I made a couple of ornaments, okay? I might not have a tree up, but I made some ornaments. I have spent time with my loved ones. I have been a faithful employee. I've been to work on time, and I have accomplished those kinds of things, okay? Think about the things that you've done, that you have done, have accomplished, those things that are good, those things that will matter in eternity. Whether or not you decorated your house for Christmas 2019 is really not going to matter in June of 2020. It's not going to matter in eternity. It's not. It's not going to matter. So think about what you have accomplished instead of always focusing on what you haven't done, haven't accomplished. And then the last thing, now this is specifically for this season, I have found myself really listening, not just hearing, but listening to the lyrics of those Christmas carols. Those Christmas carols that talk about the birth of Jesus, the the Prince of Peace that brings me peace every single time I think of him. That, all that he has accomplished or was going to accomplish, but needed to come into a form of a human. All the things that God did in the form of a human. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. How can I not be joyous? This is just, it's, wow. I want people, when they look at me, not just in December, but in February or in May, I want them to look at me and be able to say, she has joy. She's got something I'm missing. That is my goal. And if I can be a blessing to others in January, when it's colder than it is in December anyway, and I have time and I don't have to pressure myself to make a hat or a scarf or gloves or anything like that, okay, I'm going to make something in January and gift it to that person. Why do we wait until December to give everything to people? Why can't we be giving throughout the year? I don't get that. To me, Christmas is about giving. God gave his son. And if he could give everything, I should be willing to give to others, right? So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I don't know if you agree with me or don't agree with me, if you feel the same way or if you don't. That's okay. This is who I am. And since this is my channel, it has Petra's Happy Place up at the title, I feel as if I should be able to share what I believe. And I have forewarned everybody at the very beginning, if you didn't want to watch because it wasn't going to be yarn related, you didn't have to. So if you've lasted this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, because you have just heard and seen a little piece of my heart. And that makes me happy that you wanted to stay and be a part of that. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Christmas season. And I hope that you are going to be ready, not just for December 25th, but for what lies ahead in your life. I love you guys dearly. All right. Bye-bye from Petra's Happy Place. And remember, yarn is just happiness. Jesus is my passion and my joy. Bye, everyone.